Here are the horoscopes for the 13th to the 19th of February 2023. So last week we had a conjunction of Mercury and Pluto, those two planets meeting together to kind of seal the whole Capricorn journey that we've been on, as it was on the last degree of Capricorn. We spoke about that last week. But this week we continue with the conjunctions. That's two planets meeting together. So on the 15th and 16th we have Venus meeting with Neptune at 24 degrees Pisces and the Sun meeting with Saturn at 27 degrees Aquarius. So Capricorn, Aquarius and Pisces are the last three signs of the zodiac. And this week the moon passes from Scorpio through to Pisces, getting ready for a Pisces new moon on the 20th. So we've got a very old feeling, very wise, philosophical and wrapping up feeling about all of these energies. So Venus meeting with Neptune. Venus is the lower octave of Neptune. Venus is the earth feminine and Neptune is the spiritual or higher feminine. And in their yearly meeting, near the end of Pisces, we're looking here for emotional maturity. We're looking here, especially in the week dedicated to Valentine's Day type programming, at finding the higher, more spiritual expression of the feminine and escaping some of the heart's conditioning. So that won't be easy for the traditional types that still want to hang on to a fairy tale of love as someone outside coming to validate you. This is very much a spiritual aspect. Find your validation in the higher realms and cleanse your heart to a state of self-love, so that when we do meet and connect with other people, we're in a place of sovereignty. We can let them be them, and the relationships that come from that level do tend to last a lot longer and flow a lot more happily, as we've got rid of the want and need and we're now into more of a soul dance. So it's actually quite romantic in the best possible way, finding a state of presence, self-love and appreciation, deserving to receive, and unifying our higher spiritual nature to complete that process, preparing us then for soul-to-soul connections, and just generally on a daily level a sense of peace and joy as we're not reaching out looking for external validation. And at the end of the week the Sun moves into Pisces, followed by a new moon at 1 degree Pisces, and as Neptune is the ruler of Pisces, this whole week is very Piscean in that respect. So Pisces is beyond the five senses. It's the intuition, it's the spiritual realms. It's that sense of soul awareness that we're above and can transcend the human condition, which is how we get out of the programming and liberate ourselves. So a very wise and soulful week in that respect. But at the same time we have Sun meeting with Saturn at 27 degrees Aquarius, and this will be the last meeting as Saturn is about to move into Pisces as well on the 8th of March. So some very big movements coming up of Saturn and Pluto. So for now it is very much the wrapping up phase. Saturn's been in Aquarius for 2.5 years, met with the Sun a couple of times during that time, but really helped us find our core, our backbone and our responsibility for what vibration we're transmitting. And there's been a manifesting power and workshop in that, because what we're sending out is what we attract back. So when we look at that in the light of relationships, which is the consensus theme of this week, then you'll attract what you are. So if you don't like what you're attracting, look at what you're putting out and make those changes on the inside. Because with all this Piscean energy, it's about letting go of control, it's about surrendering to the higher vibrations. And in relationships we often tend to try and control the other person or the situations, rather than going inside and making the changes within us, which is where we really do have ultimate control, but also where we can let other people be free to be themselves. And that's what brings in the sense of peace and satisfaction and ease. So do have a look at where these degrees are for you. 27 Aquarius for the Sun and Saturn. Who are you? Who are you really? What are you sending out? Is that conscious or subconscious? Is there anything that you wish to change in order to start attracting to you something of more harmonic alignment? And if so, take a look into that, as Saturn will be moving on and will be leaving that vibrational workshop energy by the beginning of March. Look at 24 Pisces for the Venus-Neptune conjunction, and where you can cleanse any past emotional conditioning, rise up to receive, be in the flow, and naturally magnetize to you that which you're feeling, choosing the highest vibration with Saturn and the Sun, amplifying and then receiving with Venus and Neptune, considering that we're always receiving as well. There seems to be a mentality of lack. Will I ever find love? Will I ever get a better job? That kind of thing. But to actually have a look at the fact that you're always receiving. It just might not be from a conscious level what you actively intended, but it is teaching you and it is coming from you. So like I say, the more we do the inner cleansing, the more we're in control and empowered to actually decide what we send out and what we receive. And under these deep, wise and culminating energies of this week, that's where we can put our main focus. So do contact me if you'd like a reading, classes, or some coaching to really dig up those final weeds. These videos are on YouTube, zoeastro. Please do like and share if you can. And I post on Instagram at zoehind7 and Facebook at astrozo. So wishing you a deep, reflective and cleansing week. Know that it'll be worth it, because as these old cycles finish, we have some very new and stimulating energies flooding in very soon. So those are the horoscopes for this week, and I'll see you next week.